But let's talk about the 1 year of the Modi government. On May 16th last year, the Narendra Modi-led government came to power with a landslide victory. Modi's promise of change brought in a new burst of energy. 12 months later, how far removed is the situation on ground, and has the government delivered? I'm being joined by Arijit Basu, MD and CEO of SBI Life Insurance, to discuss really some of the changes that we've seen or not seen really in the life insurance space. Mr. Basu, appreciate very much you taking the time out. Let's talk about some of the reform measures that the Modi government has undertaken. The biggest, of course, has been the insurance bill. Run us through whether you think, in your opinion, there has been enough in terms of changes by way of reforms that's come in for the insurance space.
Yes, good afternoon. The insurance bill, as you know, was pending for almost 8 to 10 years when it was first thought of. And after a long time, we have been able to see the light of day. So that by itself is a very major achievement. And initially, as you know, it was passed through the ordinance route. And then in the month of March, we have the full act in place. And I think this is a measure which was required. The old Insurance Act was passed in 1938. So it's almost 80 years later that we have an amendment. And I think it will help all the players and the industry to grow.
We're talking also about a new business premium for insurers that has been following. Is that a cause of concern, the way you see it right now?
If you look at the year 2014-15, which has just gone by, the overall insurance premium did come down. But if you look at the private players, in fact, it has increased by almost 18%. The decline has actually happened for the largest player, that is LIC. For various reasons, it could have happened. The number of policies also sold by LIC has gone down. But as far as we are concerned, we are in line with the private sector trend. We are, in fact, in SBI Life, we have increased our market share to almost 5%. That's almost a 70 basis points increase. And in case of private players, we have around a 16% market share. And in terms of policies, yes, LIC has fallen, and so have some of the other private players. But we are very happy in SBI Life that we've actually been able to grow our policies also last year by almost 9 to 10%. From somewhere around 10.6 lakhs, we've issued around 11.3 lakh policies. Why I mention this is it just goes to show that one of the reasons why the insurance sector was opened up was that we should be able to reach out to as many Indians as possible. And while we have a long way to go, it shows that the dispersion and our ability to penetrate different markets, that is improving quite a bit.
Let's talk about fund flows that we've seen from insurance companies into the equity markets. We've started seeing some bit of an uptrend, but that's only been over the past few months. In the long term, what is the view on the kind of flows into the markets? Do you expect there to be some return interest, some renewed interest? Do you expect that to stay?
Yes, I think there has been interest. One of the reasons why in April and May we have seen an uptick is because, March is always a good month for all insurers. We do sell a large number of policies in the month of March, and that, has to be the funds that we accumulate that has to be invested in the markets. And that could be one reason why it has gone up in April and May. And even the largest player has invested quite a lot. But having said that, I think in the insurance market you have two types of products, the traditional product and the ULIP linked products. Now, traditional products, while they are doing reasonably well, ULIP did see a resurgence, after especially 2014 was a very good year for the markets, and therefore there was renewed interest in buying ULIP products. And as you know, the customer now has a choice to sort of choose his portfolio within the ULIP fold, how much he wants to give to debt, how much he wants to give to equity. And if he does want to give into equity, then there is always, a scope for the fund being managed by the insurance companies to grow. For example, we had a 22% growth in our total funds under management last year. I am giving our figures just to give a representative of the market. we grew from somewhere around 58,000 crores as at the end of 31st March 2014 to around 72,000 crores at the end of 2015, March 2015. Now, the other part of your question, I think, was whether this will sustain. So this would partly depend on the market, partly on the interest. But in case the insurance sector continues to grow as it should, I think personally that overall the market should be growing at around 20%, in which case the total funds which are available with us will also go up, and some part of it will certainly be invested in equity. I would look at it in that way, and we have to take a look as to how the equity market pans out in 2015-16.
Okay, Mr. Basu, very quick last word in terms of how you would rate this government on a scale of 1 to 10.
I think rating is something which I would not do. I would have been hopeless as a teacher. But I can give a subjective description. This government has enunciated policies and has started work on a large number of areas where it was earlier those things were getting stalled. They have been cleared to a large extent. There is optimism. There is a lot of business confidence. Certain things have got executed, like you've heard about the Prime Minister, the social welfare schemes, and certain bottlenecks in power sector, in the coal sector, they have been cleared. A lot of things still remain to be done, but on all these things the direction has been set, and I think everyone is looking forward to, both in the business community as well as the larger population, the citizens of the country. Many surveys have been done because they have just completed 1 year, and one thing that is clear in these surveys is that people are still looking at this government with hope. And broadly, I think that would be my summation of how the government has done.
All right, Mr. Basu, thanks very much for joining us right here on Bloomberg TV India with your perspective. That's, of course, a view coming in as far as the Modi government's 1 year goes. Now, as we slip into a short break, what has corporate India made of the year gone by? Take a look.